Hey everybody, it's Scott O'Mato back for episode 17 of my Heat and Climate Let's Play. And guys, I got a brand new computer if you don't know, if you haven't been following the channel. So we are much faster now. Let me show you the FPS on this. So I'm getting 200, 180, 170 around there, and I'm at render distance 16. So that's good. That's very good. Now there is still a major lag along here. It's not a lag to me. I've got plenty of frames for it, but you can see it drops down to 144 right there. Whereas if I go beyond it, like around in here, I'll get more. 195, 250, 300, 347, 400, all around there. So in my old computer, that was just killing me. Oh, it was killing my frames, guys, just destroying them. I don't know what it is, honestly. I've played with it in creative to try to figure it out, but it's right along here, and it's brutal. It's really a big frame drop, like right here. I don't know if it's the cooking for blockheads, including the heat and climate stuff that's behind me. Not really sure. It doesn't affect me now. That's the good part. It's not a problem. We got enough frames, but you know, we need to do a lot of growing. So we'll see. I don't know. We should be fine, but I'd like to know what that is. I'd like to know what this big drop is. Okay. So guys, in this episode, we want to try to move up in tiers to make the fuel gas burner. All right, and so we're going to need a little bit more infrastructure for that, because the fuel gas burner, if you can see, it burns gaseous fuel. All right, so we haven't made that yet, but if you look at it, fuel, we've made the fuel oil before. Now we need to make the fuel gas. So you could do it through fermentation, but you get 500 millibuckets, or you could do it through the reactor processing along with water and carbide. A carbide's still the same thing you'd use in the fermentation, and you'll get 1,000, so twice as much for the same amount, and it just requires normal temperatures and all that kind of stuff. So we have to produce this carbide. All right, so the carbide is fuel coke and lime dust, and it'll make the carbide, but we need UHT temperature to do that. All right, in a reactor or simple reactor would work. All right, so that's fine. And then this fuel coke we make from coal. All right, and coal we need kiln or smelting and no other ingredients. It'll make fuel coal or fuel coke and coal tar drops. Yeah, dyslexia for a minute there. Which can be also used to make the fuel oil. No, I said use on that. Let's get, well, is it use that I want? I think it'll make the fuel oil too. Yeah, it will, along with water, and it'll make a carbon black bottle and sulfur dust. I'm not sure what this is used for. Dye, it looks like, yeah, so it's a dye. All right, so black dye. But basically, we're going to reconfigure this setup here. So we're going to remove this press machine. We haven't even used the press machine yet, and it's a super cool thing. We're going to want to set up. Now, all this stuff that I'm doing is temporary, guys, because, you know, we'll probably want production lines for this stuff. I just don't know how much we'll need. And, you know, like the seed oil, we got quite a bit with just a simple production. I'm going to grab this block. And you know, we got quite a bit to use. Not that much. The bad thing about these stove things is that they'll burn even if you don't need them. So they don't stop on themselves. I've played with comparators and stuff, but it probably won't work in this type of setup. So we're going to reconfigure this, and I need to make another simple chemical reactor to do it. All right, so let's do that. Let's try to make us another reactor here. So we need induction motor, IBC container. Let's see what we can get done with stuff in our inventory. I didn't really check too much ahead on that too, unfortunately. But let's see what we can get done with what we already have. So this guy, oops, JEI sync's a little annoying. Let's look for the reactor and try to get that going. So we need an induction motor, which we can make, okay, and a IBC container, which we can make, nice, and a spindle, which we've made those a bunch of times. We can make that, I'm sure. Okay, it's the alloy spindle, which is the very basic one. All right, so we got that done. Cool. It's nice to have stuff in the system. All right, so there's another simple chemical reactor. All right, so we're going to put that guy here. It actually will need to go in the space where this steel shaft is. Okay, so that we can hook it up to that. All right, we'll have to distribute out the power, and we're going to run some cables along. Now, I have this citron in here, but I don't really want to burn the fuel. Another thing we're going to need is lime dust. Let me see if I have what I have of that. Lime dust. I have 17. So we're going to want to make a little bit of lime dust. I have 239. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a bit more of that. Yeah, let's make a stack. I don't have a ton of lime. We'll probably do it in here. So let's look at, yeah, let's just look at lime dust and see how much we get based on what we do. So the crusher, can we make it direct? Yeah. And we'll also get prismarine. So if we do that in a titanium hammer plate, and it said limestone, so I'm not sure. Let's look at that again. Recipe. Yeah, it said limestone. I'm not sure even what that is. Oh, it's the same, limestone or lime. Okay, it'll make 4 of them. So yeah, that'll give us 4 stacks in the titanium plate, which is on this one, I think. Yeah. All right, so let's run that. Let's just fly over to wherever the button is. Okay, nice. So that should run. Let's be sure. Yeah, so prismarine is a thing we may or may not have already. Prismarine. No, cool. So we get prismarine out of the deal. All right, so what we want to do then is we want to use this chemical reactor to produce the, let's try to get all this straight, the coal tar, I think. Yeah, so we want to put coal in it. Coal will go in here, and if we look at the use of coal, then the reactor will make coal tar drop. Now, that's when you add water. You don't add water. If you don't add anything, you'll get coal, fuel coke, and coal tar drop. All right, so that's what we're going to want to make in here, and we just need kiln. But as I was saying, I have this citron in here, which will provide the temperature. That's fine, but it'll actually use fuel. So I wanted to show you something kind of with the climate smelting too. All right, so when you turn these on, this is going to be wet, humidity level, and here too, but not here. So 2 away, basically, we should be able to get away with doing a fire stand in there, and we're not in winter anymore. So as long as it doesn't rain, which it will, it's been raining a lot, then we should be able to, let's try to make one of those real quick. Fire stand, get another one. I have a bunch of them around already, but this thing is useful because it doesn't use any fuel or anything. So if I put it here, then I should be okay to reach that without using any fuel and it not running out because of the humidity level. I think when it has a wet condition, it just has a chance to run out. It won't do it all the time. It's not like rain where it just immediately stops, but it will stop eventually. All right, so let's get out our flint and steel. I already got it here. All right, and so run that. So that should give this guy kiln. And I notice it makes this hunger sound now, which is really weird. I don't know why it does that. But all right, temperature kiln. That'll work. Now we got to watch we'll get hot being there. All right, so now we should be able to put coal in here. I'm going to go ahead and get the stack out. I don't have tons of coal. So you can actually, see, I don't really have that much coal. But let me just make a stack out of that. You got to have an open hand. And so once we put this in here and give this some power, then it'll produce that. All right. So how we doing on pipes? I might need a few more pipes. Pipe. All right. I don't have any. I might have some in a bag. No. Let me go and check up at this. It's night too. It doesn't matter. But yeah, let's go up to here and see what's in here. Okay, I have 2 pipes. I'm going to put this steel shaft back in here for right now. I need to move this stuff over. But pipes are easy. So let's make some of those. Okay, pipe. I'm going to make more than 6. I want to make 12. All right, that ought to be enough. And then conveyors. Do I have any? Let me check the bag. I'm not sure if I do. Conveyor. I've got 1. All right, I'm not going to pull it out. I mean, I can. It doesn't matter. But all right, steel spindles. We got lots of steel. Yeah. So we should be fine on that. I really do only need 8. Well, maybe. What am I missing? Oh, stop. Oh, steel spindle, of course. Yeah. All right. Let's get that done real quick. I don't know why I didn't pull it from my inventory. Wait. 4. Okay. So, all right, there's that. And now we'll get 8 more of these. All right. Cool. So we should be good. Let's now think this through. Because again, I set this up in creative and I have to remember how I did it. So basically I had a pipe on this. And we're going to pipe from here. It's going to be kind of weird, but it'll work. From here over to here. We need to get up to there. To right here. Okay, now the pipe itself won't pull out, it seems like. It won't pull out of this directly. You need a hopper or something like that. Right? Which of course makes sense because, that's pretty much how these pipes work. But we can use a conveyor. Right? I tested and it won't go into the world. I don't think my magnet will pull it, but I need to face the conveyor into this. Oh, I may need to get in a weird position. Yeah, let's see if I can get right here and do it. Okay, so conveyor into something. Not that. I need to fill that hole. Didn't I have a lime brick? Yeah, let's fill this hole real quick. It won't make a difference. Okay, so the conveyor is going to be weird to place. How are we going to do that? There's a fire stand. I should be able to place it right up against that. Yeah. All right, so that should work. See, it connects to the conveyor. And all right, so that should get our output over to here. Now this guy, because we're going to produce the carbide from it, will be the output. Then it needs the UHT heat. All right, so let's look at that carbide recipe, and we need that's where we need the lime dust. All right, along with it. So we're going to put a hopper on top. See if I have a hopper anywhere. No. There's the zombies. So they can still come over here. Let's just go ahead and get rid of those. Okay. So we should be able to then all right, we're going to put a chest here. Let's get a hopper first. Let's get our carbide or lime dust. So yeah, we got 4 stacks of lime dust. So let's make a hopper real quick. Okay, and we'll use that to feed the lime dust, because how this is set up, we kind of want to keep the lime dust filled, and I'll show you that. I'm still trying to figure out if I can use this to, so I can shift in place. So we'll put the lime dust in here, all right, and it'll feed in, and that's fine, into here, okay, and we don't want it to go over. So actually, I'm going to pull out 3 of those right now. We don't want it to fill the second slot. Then we'll put a chest. Let's see if I've got a chest. I can see him right there, so I do. I guess it pulls them out of the system when it's in there. Yeah, so that could be weird. We'll put a chest. We put a temporary block. Well, I'll just actually put it's going to be a conveyor, so let's put a temporary block, and then we'll put the chest here. All right, and then take and put a conveyor. So, because the conveyors will pull out. Could use, a hopper down in there or whatever, but so the conveyor needs to be going this way. Yeah. So did I place that conveyor right? No. This conveyor is not placed right. I'm gonna get hot. All right, now it's right. All right, so there's that. And then we'll use that as a filter chest, and you'll see why. And then we're going to create another item from Heat and Climate. We had the filtered hoppers, if you remember already. Let's look at that from Vanilla Automation. Filtered hopper that we used in some other setups, and they worked fine. There's also one from Refinely Relocation, but we use this one from Vanilla Automation. But we're going to go ahead and, we should have the materials to use the Heat and Climate one. So we need a filter hopper. We could just use their regular filter hopper, but we might as well make the golden one just for the fun of it. So let's do that. Filter hopper. Yeah, there's from Heat and Climate. And so it's just a hopper, which we need another one. Okay, and this, and I'm pretty sure we've crafted that before, but I'm not absolutely sure. So then the golden filter hopper, you just upgrade that one hopper with 4 gold ingots, and it'll make it. All right, so there's the golden one, and we'll use it to pull out of here and feed into a line of pipes that will go back over to here. And see, then again, this again is demonstrating the flexibility of this system here. So let's see. Yeah, this trap door is going to be in our way. I'll just grab it, I guess. And that trap door too. Which aren't really needed once the water's really flowing. It's just kind of to direct the water. All right, so we need to get up into here. All right, let's get some more pipes made. Hiding pipe. Okay. In the crafting, of course. The cork pipe, or the ones from Inspirations, are kind of like the hopper pipes, hopper ducts, pretty much. All right, so they have some use. We haven't used any yet. But all right, let's place that in. All right, so that'll feed over to here into this guy. Now this guy, we need to get a fluid. All right, we're going to produce another item from Heat and Climate, which is a couple items actually. The first one, we're going to go ahead and do this infinity water faucet. Pretty sure we haven't done that on camera, but let's try to get it done. All right, so let's clear out. Try to get that done. Now it'll do what it says, an infinite water source. All right, so we can make, well, not quite. We need the alloy spindle. Need to make a bunch up of these wooden spindles. All right, that guy, this guy should have the nickel. No, I don't. All right, so we need to make some more nickel silver. The dust. Nickel silver dust right here. It's actually nickel silver. All right, let's try to get that done real quick. Let's go ahead and make a couple more if we can. Yeah, I'll be happy with 2. We'll run it here. And we should just need 1 level. Which, let me see if this fire's running. No. Flint and steel. Okay. And this should run it, I believe. Yeah. Okay, let's not get to there because it's hot. All right, so there's 2 nickel silver. We're done with this for now. And I have tried to start these with dispensers and flint and steel and stuff like that, and you can't. That's a shame. I wish you could. To automate that. Yeah, I'm getting hot. So the golden hopper is going to go underneath here. Right, like that. All right, now this faucet. Let's get in this crafting. The infinity water faucet. Place, do this guy. This guy. I didn't put them into the system yet. Let's just have that. Okay, and put them in. Okay, now we should be able to make it. And here. There we go. Okay, and now the faucet. Maybe I needed to make more. I'm not sure. Nickel, silver, no. Where'd it go? Because that took 4. We just put 18 in. No, they're in there. All right, guy. Why you not see? Here. here. There we go. Took a moment, I guess, to update. All right, so there's a regular faucet. Now stainless steel, I think we have a water bucket. I do have here, I'll just use this one, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure how much stainless steel we have, but we'll try to get it done. Stainless steel. Okay, yeah, we do have some cool. The bucket, I'm going to pull out. I'll put it back in the system. All right, so we get that done. And as I said, that's an infinite water supply. So you can actually like put it on top of this, any of the machines, and then turn it on. And then it'll put water in there and it'll just keep supplying it water. So that's very cool. All right, then we want to make this tank yard core, which is part of a multi-block tank structure that Heat and Climate has. So you have to make these tank yard blocks and steel spindle. All right, so is it acrylic glass only? Let's check that. My synthetic plate, brown acrylic, or is it any kind of glass? It looks like it made, no, blue stained glass. All right, cool. So we probably should be able to get that done. Let's go into here. No. Is it night? I guess it is. Yeah, if I could sleep, it was night. Okay. So let's see. Tank yard core. Tank yard block. Yeah. Tank yard core. And it holds a lot of fuel just by itself. And you get 8 of them in the crafting. And so, you know, we won't make a multi-block in this case because the tank yard core just already holds enough that we'll be able to get away with it, I'm thinking. All right, steel I should have. Yeah. All right, so we should be able to get that guy made. Okay, like that. All right, so now we'll put it underneath here, but we need a... Let me check first if we need a fluid hopper or not, or if we can pump direct into it. I'm not actually sure, but we might need another fluid hopper. So let's take a look at, all right, so we've gotten from here to here. That should work. And from here to here. All right, now we'll probably have to distribute the power a little bit. We'll use the fuel stove from here. We've got 28, 62, and full here. So we really should only need to put coal into there. And let's check our recipes again to be sure we're in good shape. So it's page 2 here. Coal. All right, it'll make these 2 items, and the coal tar drops, as long as we keep this guy filled with lime dust, we should be able to filter through. The coal tar drop should just go through to the chest. Otherwise, they'll come in here and, you know, block the space for the lime. So we need to watch that. But let's turn this guy on and then distribute our power. I think I can. I'll just reach it from the ground, but I was trying to practice using that a little bit more. I can do it from the back side. Okay, so let's see who's getting what power-wise right now. So this guy, I turned him off to not get power. But yeah, you could see the carbide's already going. Fuel coke is coming in. So we need to rotate this one, I believe. Not the chemical reactor, the water mill. So yeah, that's going to 16 now. So see, this will up the stage. And then once we turn on this lever, which will control the hopper and this heat exchanger and the fluid fuel stove. So it's actually controlling 3 things. Yeah, quartz, no. It didn't matter if the quartz was in there, as you saw, because there's no catalyst needed. So I may keep the quartz in there. It doesn't matter if it's there or not. When it doesn't need a catalyst, you can have whatever in there. All right, is this going into here? Yes. All right, and it should be traveling over to here at high speed. Fairly high speed. But I think it'll do a stack at a time. Yeah, I think it'll do a stack at a time. Now this guy, all right, it's getting the coal tar drops. We don't want that. So let's break this for a second. So that we can gather up enough carbide to filter it. Let me pull all that out of there. Yeah, let's just try to get enough to filter it. Like, here's enough. Yeah. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, we want to just keep the coal tar drops in here. And so once we put them in the hopper like that, it filters them, and only those will pass. Okay, that'll work. Where'd my pipe go? Right here. See, and it'll do them in a group. I think it'll do a stack at a time. Now, are we getting anything in here? Or are we producing actually yet? Let's go to empty hand. I need to eat real quick. Hold on. Let's eat. Okay. Yeah, let's check that. And then we're pretty much at time, guys. But if we could get this done, that would move us along a long way. So yeah, there's coal tar drops in there, so that's not going to work, but now it will. So now we need to see it's making the fuel gas. All right, it's not going directly into the tank core. Okay, not a problem. We will make a fluid hopper. And I don't think I have any extras around, but let's try to get that real quick. I've used them before, but I just made nickel. Hopefully I have enough nickel, but let's try to get that made. This guy. And here. All right, cool. So we'll move this down. Okay, we'll put it down first, I guess. Here, and then there. Yeah, so it's pulling, the fluid hopper pulls the fluid out of here and puts it into this tank core. So the tank core, if I could see it, I may need to break so I can get to it. Yeah, it'll hold 200,000 millibuckets. So 200 buckets. And that's a lot. That's plenty. So probably our coal is... Now, how much torque is everything getting? This guy's getting 16 torque. Everything should pretty much be getting 16. This is getting 32, which is fine. Doesn't matter. 16. And then this was probably 16. No, that's 32 as well. So the slow parts, the coal, I could probably give it 32 maybe. No, because this one's getting 16. So if that's getting 32, 16, that's 64. With this whole thing, I'll do 96. So that's getting 96. So there are 96 is used up. But as I said, we're using this fuel stove running seed oil, which is using this heat exchanger to up the climate temperature. And now we can see them in here. So to UHT, which is giving us our production. Now, I don't know why this coal tar drops didn't travel through. They weren't created. So I'm not sure about that. The slot needs to be filled. Yeah, they can take a slot and see when this... Oof. So I can't guarantee. Let me try to fill this guy up a little bit. Yeah, or that'll happen. I could probably put like a filtered hopper and put the coal tar drop someplace else. That's kind of the challenge of this system right now. Yeah, this is where maybe we're having a problem with this guy being slower than this guy. So I might reverse that. I might make this one 32 or 16 and that one 32. Because this is processing faster than they can deliver, which means the coal tar drops can get through. Anyway, guys, we're over time, but we did get a lot done. I hope it made sense. These are kind of complex setups, but hopefully if you've been following the series, let me not get up in y'all all in your grill. Sorry about that. But if you've been following along the series, hopefully you understood how that works. And once again, it just proves how adaptable this particular system is for delivering the torque power. I want to learn to distribute the torque power out and put it in different places, but it's not as obvious as it seems. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I do so much appreciate it. This is Scott O'Mato. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye, all up in your grill.